Trooper Jack Sidney Woods. He signed up on his 18th birthday in his native Norwich, and 2 years later he was landing on the beaches of Normandy. Now 89, Jack's memories of his role in the Second World War are still vivid. Serving as a gun mechanic in the 9th Royal Tank Regiment, he witnessed horrific loss of life, and he still remembers the moment in 1944 when he realised what hell he'd stepped into.
As we turned the corner, we saw the infantry on each side of the road resting, and right across the road was a German patrol which had recently been killed, and I realised then for the first time that what we were doing, we were slaughtering people, our own people, our own people, our people that looked like us, not these horrors that we had been told and showed up in cinemas and put on posters and things like that. No, these were ordinary young boys. And I thought then, it's not right. We were not human. We were not behaving like human beings. We were behaving like animals.
Jack took part in countless battles as the Allies moved through France, Belgium and Holland and into Germany. He finally returned to Norwich in 1947, but it wasn't the grand homecoming that some soldiers received.
There was nobody said, you didn't have the song like when Johnny comes marching home again. No, none of that. Nobody was there for me. I walked home on my own, walked from the station, walked down. I walked into my house, and so my mother said, well, you're home then, are you? You want a cup of tea?
Jack has been secretary of the Normandy Veterans Association for the last 26 years. His house is decorated with his military honours, but he's just as proud of his work for the veterans. After a campaign with the Eastern Daily Press, a fundraising total of £20,000 has been reached for the 70th anniversary of the D-Day landings next year. It will allow the city's veterans to return to France one final time in June, and Jack knows how much that means. He remembers the first time he went back.
I was fine until I reached the Bayeux Cemetery and looking up where my guys were laying. And suddenly I went there, just went there. And I was where those tanks were burning. I could see them, smell them. I was there. I believe in spiritualism, that's my belief. And I believe my guys come back with me. All of them. Not just the guys that were with me, but all of them. Never forget us.